So of late, Sony's been a little all over the place. They keep making mistakes left and right. They stand up a little, they do something that gains praise, and then they do something that just looks really bad. And then they do something that looks bad as well, and they followed up with something really good. And we've had a lot of that happen today, and we've actually got something new that's happened that's actually really good. So let's get the news out of the way. Let's find out what I'm talking about it. So kick the intro and let's get into the shit.
Here's the guy that just in the nick of time. What does that make us? Big damn heroes, sir. Ain't we just? Run!
Get to the chopper!
The rendezvous is 10 to 12 miles away. You think the chopper's gonna wait?
Dylan, we make a stand now, there would be nobody left to go to the chopper.
What is going on, gamers? It's your boy Ragged, aka Chopper, and I'm back with another video to talk about Sony PlayStation. Now, today we're going to go over the bad and the good that's actually been working with PlayStation, and they do have a lot of positives and negatives. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the negative aspects of what's been going on with PlayStation. Then we're going to move to the positives and try and end this on a somewhat positive note, because a lot of these videos have been very dour lately, and I want to get a little bit more, happiness towards the end of it, because the thing is, we should be enjoying playing games, not hating on them. So let's try and bring some of that shit back. So let's start off with the main one right off the beginning, the first bad one. There was the price increase for PlayStation across the board, where we were seeing the entirety of the systems bouncing up, from $599 to $650, from the Pro all the way to almost $900 now. The positive thing, at least for the Sony PlayStation side, not really us, is the fact that because so many people saw that this price point increase was coming, they went out and mad bought PlayStation 5s and Pros, and they just flew off the shelves. And now the new ones are out, the price is set in stone, and here we are. The next thing is obviously going to be the fact that PlayStation just announced recently that they are raising the prices on all of their PS Plus subscriptions. Now, they're saying this is something that's going to be taking effect for new subscribers, guys, but let's be honest here. We all know that eventually that price point is going to hit all of us. They can say new subscribers till they're blue in the face, but we all know that we're eventually going to see that price increase as well. So I wouldn't be sitting here celebrating this as, oh, only the new guys are going to pay. No, we're going to see it too. So this is a bit of bad information as they keep raising the prices on services. And I got to be honest, I have the basic PlayStation Plus service right now. They really offer me nothing game-wise on any of these systems that I would really foresee myself paying for premium or the mid-tier service. I don't see the point. I own most of the games, and if I want to own it, if I want to play it, I'm just going to get it. I'm not going to wait for it to come onto a service. Now, are there some I'm waiting to hopefully eventually become PlayStation Plus free games? Sure, but those are what I would tier like my C or D tier games. Then we move down and we can see that Sony is moving away from PC. Now, some people are going to hail this as good, specifically the people that want that only on PlayStation logo there. I, as a person that owns them on PC, I'm pretty indifferent to it. It doesn't matter to me at this point where they come or go off of PlayStation to PC, because I got to be honest, I was a little disappointed when I bought the PC versions of some of the games, not remasters, but just the base PC versions. And it didn't allow me to re-platinum. It didn't allow me to go in and get a whole new set of it basically tied to PC. It just listed that it was a PC variant of me also playing it as well. So like with Ghost of Tsushima, I could go back in and get the few, trophies I needed for Icky Island, but I had already had the platinum. So there you go. But the positive is, I guess, what little positive you can find or silver lining on this dark cloud is the fact that if the remastered version of Horizon allowed me to get the Steam achievements as well as the PlayStation achievements. So that was a really cool thing. But the fact that it's not consistent across all the games and they didn't have like a PC aspect and a PS5 aspect or a PS4, either way, I can see that's not a big. But I want to get into the good news now. Now, as a lot of you heard, this just kind of came out of nowhere. And I actually happened to be browsing Twitter when it dropped, and there it was. Lo and behold, we go in and we can see we get this. State of Play returns on June 2nd, guys. I am thrilled about this one. They are saying this puppy is going to be over 1 hour long, and it's going to include an extended look at Wolverine. Now, I'm honestly thrilled about Wolverine. I haven't really been happy about a lot of the games that have come out on PlayStation. There's Ceros, I'm hit or miss. I'm not big on roguelites and the whole bullet hell thing. It's cool. I have Returnal. I got through the 4th biome. I just got bored after that and went off and played a lot of different other games. But the fact that this is coming and the fact that we are getting this state of play and we are getting it specifically on this date is awesome. And I will be covering that and putting out actually my reactions to it and playing it out so you guys have an understanding of what I think. So I'll drop a commentary version of it that you can watch. You get an idea to just chill around with me. But the thing is here, guys, this is what I like to call noise coverage. With the price increases across consoles and hardware, with the price increases across all their services, and then with the pull from PC, Sony dropped this 2 weeks early. Usually, we don't hear this sort of thing until a couple of days before. They're very nonchalant with it. They're like, hey, by the way, we're having a state of play, we're having a showcase in 2 days. This is 2 weeks advance notice. Sony knows that their brand is not really doing good right now. And if we go through and we look at some of these resources, we can see when we go over here to Push Square that we have a lot of options. They talk about what's going on with the actual state of play, where you're going to be able to see it on your time. So, guys, wherever you are in the world, they're right here. Check that out. This is all the different times and sets for everybody that's going to be able to have the chance to watch. You're going to be able to watch, obviously, on your fares like YouTube, IGN, and a bunch of your major streamers are going to be covering it. But as a whole, this thing is going to be playing out for all of us on these specific times right here. So now, as I was saying, when we go in and we look at it, this is what I like to call noise cancellation, because right here also on Push Square, if you go up here, we have a bunch of games that aren't really reviewing well that I find odd that they chose to put in their thumbnail. I mean, if you look at that, there's multiple games right now on that thumbnail that have a very bad vibe attached to them. You have Hunter's Gathering and you have Intergalactic, both of which are not getting a lot of good press right now. Intergalactic is one of the most downvoted PlayStation games in a while. And then Hunter's Gathering, man, this thing has been basically dead. I signed up for the beta to see if I can get in just so I could get some footage to play for you guys. But right now I have very little hope for this game. But it says, it's been a console generation of serious ups and downs for PlayStation. It feels like a lot of those downs have come over the last couple of years. It's not controversial to say that Sony's been taking L's for quite some time. The general perception of PlayStation as a brand, and by extension the PS5, is nosedived into negativity thanks to a number of factors, which I'd addressed as we got into this, because once again, as always, guys, I want to give you context before we get to the point so you understand why we're reaching this point. Now, I'm not just going to give you bullshit. I want to give you reasons. So it says, now, before I continue, I should stress that from a business point of view, the PS5 has been a roaring success, at least for the most part. It says, despite the initial difficulties of launching a console during a global pandemic and having all kinds of production timelines, the PS5 has done exceedingly well for itself. Then if we go down, it says, but you could argue that this level of relative success has blinded the company to a number of festering faults spreading throughout its games portfolio. Its push into the live service market has been a disaster of epic proportions. For example, and personally, I think that's probably been the biggest point of contention to so many fans. And as the generations worn on, it's felt like Sony has been too busy chasing trends to properly grasp what its most loyal supporters actually value. Holy shit, that's what I've been saying. Walk away from your tentpole franchises, chase the golden goose, and watch them all vanish into nothing, into obscurity. It says, indeed, Xbox has an event as well, and that's airing a couple days after Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest, the Bonanza. It says, but this state of play is happening before all of that on June 2nd. Now, it says, I should stress that we've been here before and recently at that. There was a state of play back in February that had the similar kind of weight attached to it, and that one turned out to be pretty damn good, boasting all kinds of highly rated announcements and reveals. But this is what I'm getting at. Even that excellent state of play, arguably the best pre-ordered broadcast that Sony's put together in a while, it couldn't turn the tide. And see, if Sony wants to win back some much-needed faith, this newly announced show has to be a banger, and early signs are promising. I mean, it's going to have Marvel's Wolverine already confirmed. But without bringing the mood down, can you imagine if, say, halfway throughout the broadcast, we get a sizable update of Fair Games, or we get a mention of Concord or Hunter's Gathering? Now, I'm convinced there's an alternative universe where Guerrilla's co-op action title is being championed thanks to its striking art direction and unshakable faith in the studio's talent. I don't agree with that at all. I think this is an actually horrible decision on their part, and it's one that they're going to burn for. This is going to be a bomb. Had they made an actual Horizon game that was a game that looks like Horizon, it would have been a smash hit. But because they wanted to go kiddie Horizon in a series that's very adult oriented, this is what you're going to get. So it says, so I'll reiterate, the big state of play needs to be a home run unless Sony's adamant to keep this losing streak going. It needs to give PS5 players a reason to be excited for it. And they're not wrong. As I said earlier on Twitter, it's been quite some time since I found myself regularly on my couch playing my PlayStation. I find myself on my computer more so lately than any other place when I'm getting my gaming. And funny enough, I'm just playing through old games that I've already platinumed and beat on PlayStation. I'm just reacquiring games that I love, the Wolfensteins, the Horizons, the Dooms, all these other games that I've just really loved, Harry Potter. Going through, but I can't say I'm completely off of my PlayStation because I am still in the midst of an Elden Ring run and I'm having fun with it, but it's not something that I'm doing on the regular because I have also acquired a girlfriend and she's taken up a lot of my time over the last couple months. So my point here is this. It doesn't really feel like PlayStation is being PlayStation anymore. It doesn't really feel like PlayStation is catering to the needs, as this article right here very clearly states. This has to be good. This has to be something that removes the negativity. It has to be something that takes the bitterness out of our mouth, because right now, guys, this does not feel like PlayStation that we know. This feels like a series of mistakes led by people that are bumbling through the woods. This also feels like Sony just basically taking their foot off the accelerator because Xbox has been faltering. This is why, for all you console warriors out there that get butthurt and want Sony just to dominate, that we don't want that to happen. We need Xbox to be a viable entity. We need Xbox to be a company that can compete with PlayStation, because when they do, it forces them and makes them be better, because then Sony doesn't want to relinquish its crown to them and they will fight tooth and nail to put out the best product possible. This will also push Xbox, as you can see with what Asha's doing over on Xbox right now, how she's revamping the service, the possibility of exclusives, what games we have on PlayStation from Xbox being the only ones that we're going to get, with the rumors flying around. So these are things that we need to be in play, guys. We need both of these consoles competing against one another, because when we don't get that, when we get an Xbox that's faltering, we get a PlayStation that makes ass tons of stupid decisions that leave us just frustrated and pissed off. Sure, Saros is a good game. Sure, some of the other games that come out like Yote have been games that people have been into. But the fact that they just now cut down on the multiplayer and they're not putting any more updates out for it, that tells you what you need to know about that. Legends for Tsushima went for a while, but Yote, it's already off the board. We've got issues here at PlayStation, people, and this state of play, it needs to be the thing that silences them. It needs to be something that's not just some cool gameplay and maybe a couple third parties. PlayStation has to drop the rock. They've got to come out. They've got to declare what they're doing for the rest of the generation. They've got to let people know what's on the horizon. There's already rumors the next Harry Potter game is going to be showing up there. There's rumors that the next GTA game is going to be showing up there. That's great. I love those games. I'm going to buy them. But they're not PlayStation titles. What we need to see is we need to see proof from Sony what they are doing with their studios beyond the ones we know. And they need to show up and they need to deliver, so we know that the investments we made in their hardware were right. Because in the end, guys, gaming is what it is. But if you're investing in the wrong hardware, specifically with the price and the cost of living of everything right now, it's to your detriment. So you want to make sure that the hardware you buy is going to play the games that you love and the exclusives that you want to play. Because if it's not, why do we own it? Anyways, guys, that's my opinion. As always, a like and a sub go a really long way. I appreciate you guys tuning in and being a part of what we're doing here. Thank you so much. And I look forward to all the videos that I've got, in the future coming for you. So as always, wherever you are in time when you find this, I hope you're having a most excellent time. And until then, have a great one. Later, guys.